My name is Damon Weatherspoon with Body Bar, Blue Springs. How are you? I'm Damon.
Hi.
Hi. What's your name?
Stephanie.
It's good to see you, Stephanie.
Hi, Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. Very nice to meet you. Yeah, Michelle, nice to meet you guys. Thanks for coming in. We'll get started here in a few seconds. Just wanted to say hello to everyone and thank you for coming out to the class. This is a mixed equipment. So as you can see, the chair is up and ready to go. We'll use the chair. We'll also use the jump board today. And we're going to have a great class, great session. So welcome to this mixed equipment class. You're going to get uncomfortable a little bit. It's going to be tough. We're going to have some pretty difficult movements, but I think you guys are all going to do a great job, and I feel like you're motivated, you're ready, and you're really going to take on the challenge. You're going to do a fantastic job. And with our goal today, we are going to do some different movements. I want you to think about your breath a lot and not don't get worried about the movements. Don't get worried about the, going place to place and doing the springs, being super fast with everything. Do the best you can, but really as you go through the movements, focus on your breath, be slow, be intentional, and just make sure you get the most out of this that you can. It's going to be a great, great workout. Are you guys ready to get started today?
Yep.
Yeah, I love the enthusiasm. So we are going to begin. Here in a few seconds, we're going to start with a side lateral lunge, and we're going to do that at 1 yellow. And we'll do that side lateral lunge facing the water side. Side lateral lunge facing the water side. And we'll begin that here in a few seconds. Again, that'll be at 1 yellow. So let's go ahead and begin that in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, right leg is going to be your working leg. Left leg is going to be on that shoulder block. You're going to you're going to extend, you're going to dip your hips. Your hips are going to go out over that carriage and then elevate your hips to the top. If you are looking to modify this a little bit, you can minimize that range of motion. If you're looking for additional challenge, you can elevate those hands as you lift and lower. Try to make sure you stand tall, proud shoulders, proud chest. Remember that breath. And getting off to a great start. Hey, just nice and easy. Remember, not a race at all. Find your pace, find your rhythm. Fantastic job. Just staying focused, staying smooth. Remembering that focal point today is going to be your breath. So as you do the tougher part of the movement, which is going to be as you sink those hips, that's going to be the tougher part, so that's going to be your exhale. As you elevate, that could be your inhale. And here in about 20 seconds, we're going to make a transition to the single leg parallel kick butt. Single leg parallel kick butt, which will be at 1 red, 1 blue. And we'll make that change here in about 10 seconds. Okay, let's go ahead and make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. Single leg parallel kick butt, go 1 red, 1 blue, 1 red, 1 blue. Single leg parallel kick butt, we're on the water side. So our left leg is our stabilizer, our right leg is going to be our worker, facing forward, using that jump board as a stabilizer. Put that right foot in the water side shoulder block. Your hip and your knee are your movers. You're going to extend that carriage back, straightening your leg, and then when you bring it home, bending at the knee, bending at the hip, your knee should come about level with your hip when you bring that to that starting position. As you stand higher, you'll notice that there's less tension. If you're looking for more of a challenge, the lower you get with that left leg, the more tension you'll feel. Also, don't be afraid to use that jump board for balance. And if you're looking for more challenge on that end, You don't have to use the jump board as balance if you're looking to make it a little spicier. Again, thinking about that breath, thinking about that good posture. You should be able to see every rep you perform. Keep your upper body still. You're just bending at the hip and the knee. And next time you push that carriage all the way to the top, keep it all the way at the top. Go ahead and bring it halfway home and pulse. Stay in between, stay in that unhappy zone. Halfway to the top. Pulse, pulse, pulse. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and back to full motion. Here we go. Here in about 15 seconds, we're going to move over to parallel jumps. 15 seconds, we're going to do parallel jumps. That'll be at 1 red, 1 blue. And we'll make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, go ahead and change that to 1 red, 1 blue. Parallel jumps. We're going to lay on the carriage. Feet towards the top of that jump board. Feet will be parallel to one another. Arms at our side. And we're going to jump. Straighten those legs. Leave that jump board. And catch yourself with bent knees as you come back down towards the jump board. If you're looking for a little change up on this, you could also do leg press. If you're looking to make it more challenging, if you're looking for something different, you can do arm variations. You can go arms across as you jump and leave. You can go arms up and down as you jump and leave that board. Whatever you prefer, whichever feels best for you. You guys are doing a good job of catching yourselves with softly bent knees. There's no carriage crashing. You guys are doing a great job. Good rhythm, good pace. Remember that breath. Your breath should match the rep every time. As you leave that jump board, let that breath go. As you come back to that jump board, inhale. Wonderful, wonderful job. Stay steady, stay focused. And in about 20 seconds, we're going to switch over to tough jumps. Same springs, still using that jump board. Okay, let's go ahead and change over to tough jumps in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, feet still parallel to one another towards the top of that jump board. Hands at your side. You're going to straighten your legs, leave that jump board, and you're going to tuck your knees towards your chest. Still catching yourself with softly bent knees as you come down to the carriage. So leave, tuck, land softly with bent knees. And again, if you're looking to change this up a little bit, you can do leg press, which works great. And really with some of this, you can leg press it for a little bit, and if you feel like, I want to get a couple of these reps in on the tuck jump, do a couple of leg press reps, then do some tuck jump press reps, and then just kind of alternate back and forth if that feels better for you. And remembering, it's not a race, and you don't have to do 3 million of these. Just find the pace, find the rhythm that works for you. After a while, this can be pretty challenging, but you guys are doing a great job of really working through that. About 40 seconds left on these tuck jumps. seconds. In 20 seconds, we're going to make a transition to, we're going to do single leg, parallel kick butt. Single leg, parallel kick butt. That'll be in about 20 seconds. So we're almost there, guys, almost there. 10 seconds. Here we go. Push, push, push. We're doing great. Okay, let's make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, let's go ahead and change our strings to one red, one blue, one red, one blue. And, oh, we're already there. So that makes it easy, right? No change on the window side. Single leg parallel kick butt. Right leg is your stabilizer. Facing forward. Left leg is our worker. With our hip and our knee, we're going to extend that carriage to the back. And then control, we're going to bring that carriage forward with our knee being under our hip when we bring it home. So extend the leg, and then bring it home with a bent knee and hip. And again, as a reminder, the taller you stand, the less tension you will feel. If you want to use that jump board as balance, that's great. If you prefer not to, that's also an option with this movement. And kind of like with the tuck jump, if you wanted to alternate between the spicier movement versus the less spicy movement, you can do a few reps one way and then change that up and do it in a different way. But just remember the importance of continuing to move through the rep. Just find that movement that works for you. And as we do this, remember, try to keep that upper body still. And focus on the hip and the knee being the mover. And you should feel this in your quads as you move that carriage to the back. Jennifer affirms, yes, she can feel that in her quads. But the quads think it feels good, right? No comment. 20 seconds, and we will change over to side lateral lunge. Same movement we did a bit ago. We're just going to do it on the window side this time. Side lateral lunge on the window side here in about 10 seconds. Okay, let's go and let's make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, go ahead and bring that carriage home. Now we're going to face the window. Facing the window, side lateral lunge. Right foot is going to be on that shoulder block. Left leg is going to be our worker. We're going to have our hips fly out over the top of that carriage, bending that left knee, keeping our knees stacked over our ankles. And then we're going to elevate, raising our hips, and we're going to bring that carriage back home. So again, sinking and elevating. And that should be at one yellow. If you want to use that jump board as balance, feel free to do that. If you want to go hands over head, that's another option with this. And your legs may be feeling a little bit fatigued as we get to this point. Just remembering that breath. Focus on the breath. Focus on your posture. And that'll help you work through some of these tough reps. As you're doing the lunge, and this song is saying, but I love it. I know you guys do love it. We're doing great. "30 seconds. Fantastic job, people. And in 20 seconds, we're going to change over to the kick butt, and that'll be at 2 red. The kick butt will be at 2 red in about 10 seconds. Okay, let's go ahead and make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, bring that carriage home. Let's change over to 2 red. Change over to 2 red, and we're going to do the kick butt facing forward. Put both feet parallel into those shoulder blocks. Arms out. You're going to keep your body, your upper body at a tabletop. And you're going to extend in a modified plank. Extend those hips. And then bring it home. When you bring it home, those knees should be a little bit in front of your hips. And then you're going to pop it out again. That ending position is in a modified plank. Important here to try to keep that upper body as still as possible in that tabletop position. The worker is going to be the bender is going to be your hips and your knees. Remain in that tabletop. If you're looking to take some of the spice out of this, you can limit that range of motion a bit. If you're looking to add a little bit of spice, you could add one yellow spring to this and continue with the same movement. About 1 minute. This will not be the longest minute of your day, though. Fantastic job, people. Keep working. We're doing a great job. Stay positive. Stay focused. And next time you push that carriage to that up, to that back position, remain. Ready, go. Hold strong. You got it, you got it, you got it. For 5, 4, 3, 2, return, and continue. Great job. Get a few more reps in off of that, and then we're going to change over to the chair here in a bit. We're going to change over to the chair. That'll be 2 springs at 3. Will be 2 at 3 on the chair. We're going to go to wide V heels, wide V heels. And we're going to make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, bring that carriage home. We're going to go over to our chair. Wide V heels. So heels are going to be on the edges of those pedals. Feet at a 45-degree angle. Let's go arms out, and we're going to push those pedals down, keeping our arms out, engaging our abs, and gently pushing those pedals to the bottom. And as you elevate the pedals, don't just let the springs bring them up. Give some resistance on the way up. Like I mentioned earlier, not a race at all, and you'll get some good work providing resistance on those pedals on the way up as well. Sometimes the strength is in the slow and steady. We're doing great, people. We're doing great. Your chair has a lot to say. I'm telling you how strong you are. See? Nobody else's chair is talking. Doing a great job. 30 seconds, 30 seconds. You can probably really start to feel this in those hamstrings. Feel this in those glutes. And we're going to make a change to parallel heels. We're going to go to parallel heels in about 10 seconds. Parallel heels. Now let's make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. Still sitting on the edge of this chair. Feet are going to be parallel to one another. Parallel heels. Feet are parallel. Heels are in the middle of those pedals. Arms out. And you're going to gently push those pedals down, and then again provide that resistance as you raise them to the top. As those arms are out, also think about engaging those abs as you lower and elevate those pedals. Steady pace, steady rhythm. The typical reminder, your breath as you push the pedals down That's your exhale. As you elevate the pedals, that's your inhale. And you'll learn as you begin to really train that breath and you do it over and over, it becomes second nature. And it will help your body be more efficient and really be able to work through some of this tough stuff at an even higher level. Will it keep your chair from squeaking? I don't know. But it will help you. About 30 seconds, 30 seconds. It's probably getting a little bit difficult now. Stay steady with your posture as well. Proud shoulders, eyes up. In 15 seconds, we're going to make a change to the seated leg pump in about 15 seconds. We'll remove that dowel. Springs will remain on the same setting. 2 at 3. And we're going to do the leg pump in 5, 4, 3, 2. Still sitting on the edge of that chair. This time our toes are going to be on the pedals. Remove that dowel. Toes on the pedals. You can go ahead and press those down as you get started. Toes on the pedals. And with arms out, you're going to alternate, kind of like you're running in place here on the chair. One pedal comes up, the other one goes down. Stay steady with it. Michelle has a good idea of going some good arm variations. We can go arms out front.
Arms are getting tired.
We can also circle. We can also cross over our head. We're doing great, people. Stay strong. And if those arms need to drop to your side for a little bit, it's okay if you drop them. But you guys are doing a great job of maintaining. But if the wings get tired of flapping, you can always put them down for a second and then re-engage in a bit. About 20 seconds left on this, 20 seconds. And in 20 seconds, we're going to switch over to our core block, and we're going to go with core parallel jumps, core parallel jumps. And that'll be a 1 blue, core parallel jumps at 1 blue. And we're going to make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and switch over to 1 blue. We're going to go with the core parallel jumps. And with these core exercises, if you prefer to use the ball that's at the back of your reformer, you can grab that ball and put it under your neck for additional support. Go ahead and change over to 1 blue. Core parallel jumps. We're going to lay on our reformer, feet on that football or on that jump board. Feet are going to be parallel. Shoulders in those shoulder blocks. Hands behind. You're going to jump and crunch. Jump and you're going to crunch with those feet parallel. And just like we did in those reps earlier, you're going to, when you catch yourself, you're going to catch yourself with bent knees and come down gently. If we're looking for a little change on this, you can also do, just like before, we can do the leg press and just crunch out that leg press. And also, like we discussed in other classes as well, you can also alternate those movements. If you want to crunch out a leg press for a few and then crunch out the jump for a few, you can move that back and forth. Doing a great job maintaining people. And in 20 seconds, we're going to switch to the Pilates V jumps. Pilates V jumps. And that will still be at 1 blue. Okay, let's go ahead and make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2, Pilates V jumps. Put your feet in a V shape, heels together on that foot, on that jump board. Hands still behind your head. You're going to jump, keeping those heels together, and you're going to crunch. Again, landing softly with those bent knees. Really focus and really work on and concentrate on keeping those heels together and those feet at that 45-degree angle. And you should really feel this in those abs. They should be really starting to fire up right now. If anyone changes their mind about the ball, I can grab that ball for you if you need that additional support. Some of this can start to be a little uncomfortable with kind of grabbing at your neck back there, so just let me know and I'll grab that for you. And also with this, you can do your leg press out of that V position if you need to take a little spice out of it and still do that crunch as you elevate. 20 seconds on this. In 20 seconds, remaining on this same set with our core, we're going to change over to tuck jumps. Core tuck jumps, still at 1 blue. And we will make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. Let's get our feet back to parallel on that jump board. Feet back to parallel, and we're going to jump, tuck, and crunch. Jump, tuck, and crunch. Great job, everybody. Great job. Way to work through it. You guys are killing this thing. Doing great. About 1 minute left. As it gets spicier and spicier, breathe, breathe, breathe. About 20 seconds, I'll let about 20 seconds, and then we're going to switch over to split, core split jumps. Again, still at 1 blue, core split jumps. And let's make that change to the core split jumps. In 5, 4, 3, 2. Okay, feet parallel on that jump board. Arms at our side. We're going to jump, split, and crunch. I'm sorry, hands behind our head. Jump, split, and crunch. And again, still as you land, remember those bent knees, soft knees as you come back down to that jump board. See, and this one was so much fun, it's almost done. 30 seconds. In 15 seconds, we'll finish this up, and we're going to go all springs on, and we're going to go to flat back crunches. All springs on, flat back crunches. And let's make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. Great job, everyone. Bring that carriage home. Go all springs on. All springs on. We're going to grab that gray box. We're going to put that gray box right here against these shoulder blocks. find that foot strap right there under your jump board. And as you sit at the back of you're going to sit towards the back of that gray box. And you're going to go down, hands behind your head, and then elevate. If you want to go hands in front, go hands in front. That works as well. If you want to go hands above, that may add a little more challenge to it. Or alternate between any of those movements. And if you want to modify this a little bit, you can limit that range of motion. Next time you go back, we're going to hold. Ready, go. Great job, everybody. Great job, great job. 5, 4, 3, 2, relax, and continue. About 10 more seconds. 10 more seconds, and we're going to change over to round back. We're going to go to round back, and we're going to use the magic circle with our round back crunches. Now let's make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. Go ahead and grab that magic circle. Grab that magic circle. You are going to put that into your torso. Wrap your spine around that circle the best you can in kind of a C shape, and you're going to crunch using that magic circle as a tool to round your back. Nice and steady. Outstanding effort, everyone. About 30 seconds. Who wants to do the intensifier on this? I think that means no. We'll do a little bit of it. Next time you go down, let's hold. You got it. The people have spoken. Here we go. Be strong, be focused. 5, 4, 3, 2, return. And let's press a couple more out of that. We're almost done. Almost done with this exercise. We'll go to another movement in the core. And we're going to change over to around the world. And we're going to change to around the world in 5, 4, 3, 2. You can set that magic circle down at your side. Feet still in the straps. Still sitting on that back edge of the gray box. Hands in the air. We're going to turn diagonally to our right. Go down at a 45. Then go to the back. Then left at a 45. And up. Now turn left diagonally. Then go back, and then to the right, and up. And then go to the right. You get the picture. You got it. At your own pace, at your own rhythm. And again, you're looking for a little spice taken out of this. You can limit that range. Feel like you need more spice, you can always add that additional range and slow the movement. And you'll feel all that you want to feel. Ten seconds. Okay, and we're going to change over to seated narrow row, seated narrow row. We're going to make that change in 5, 4, 3, 2. All right.